Right, you lot, and welcome back to the Premier League prediction. And unfortunately, there's no Prem roundup this week. Oh, I know. It's been a busy week, a bit mental. But I am going to talk about the Liverpool-Arsenal game because you lot are going to claim that I'm ducking it. Because last week I predicted that Liverpool would beat Arsenal 3-2. I mean, I got the scoreline correct, just it was the other way around. You'd expect me to be outraged at the game, calling out the blatant, ridiculous VAR calls that gave Arsenal a soft penalty and denied us of an absolute obvious penalty. And the fact that this is the third time in a game under Michael Oliver has one of our players suffered a long-term injury without the other player getting penalised in the slightest, and considering the fact that the player who took Diaz out should probably be in jail if he wasn't. But no, because I've got to say that Arsenal deserved their victory as much as we should have won technically. I mean, how are we supposed to take a football team seriously when they can't hold their composure for one whole minute, 58 seconds into the game, when the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Jordan Henderson and Virgil van Dijk were stumbling on the pitch like bloody weeble wobbles? Martinelli got a very clever goal. Mo Salah, I bet he must have thought the Halloween had come early, because for the majority of the game he did his best impression of a bloody ghost.
That one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
So don't worry, we just beat Rangers 7-1. Anyways, we're definitely going to beat Man City now. Right, let's get on with the prediction. Now, the first game is Brentford against Brighton. Brentford are at home on a Friday night. They usually win, but Brentford are in danger. They're one of the more inconsistent teams this league. Yeah, one week they could be putting 5 against Leeds, but then next they can be losing 4-1 to Newcastle, putting up a horrendous performance. And I think Brighton are a well-drilled team. They don't concede a lot of goals. I'm really liking what De Zerbi is doing at Brighton so far. 2-0 to Brighton. Leicester at home against Crystal Palace. I mean, Leicester lost to Bournemouth last week. I tell you, Bournemouth are a genuine threat in this league now. Leicester, I mean, what Leicester are going to show up? I mean, they have the talent. I don't get why they're so bad this season. The likes of Maddison, Barnes, Daka, that's a very good attack. Most teams in the league would kill to have some of the players they've got, the likes of Tielemans, you know. I know Danny Ward is a liability in net, but come on. Leicester, you've got to do better, but I think this is going to be an easy win for Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are 15th in the league currently, and that is a false position because they've been so solid. They've just not got the points on the board, and I think this will be a 4-1 win for Crystal Palace, with Wilfried Zaha getting a brace and Danny Ward having an absolute disaster class, with Iverson coming in for the next game. Then we've got Wolves against Nottingham Forest. What pointless football, mate. This is the 6th point in the relegation battle. I tell you, Wolves are in a relegation battle. They're talking about bringing back Nuno Espirito Santo. I mean, it's just a bit wrong. It'd be like Arsenal bringing back Arsene Wenger. You kind of played that narrative. It'd be like bringing back Palpatine in the new style. Oh wait, they did that. Wolves, Nottingham Forest, 0-0 game. Just a waste of time, really. Fulham against Bournemouth. Now, if you would have told me this in game week 3, 4 or 5, I would have gone, Fulham will batter them. But Fulham, ever since that disaster against Newcastle, have just not really been the team that we knew them. And this is the thing with Marco Silva team. They always start well and they trail off. And I think we're seeing the downfall of Fulham here. I think Bournemouth will nick a 1-0 win. And I don't think anyone else is going to predict that. But without Mitrovic, they're useless. Right, next we got Tottenham against Everton. Everton put a pretty poor performance against United. I mean, they held on for a bit, but I think this will be another 1-0 Tottenham with Harry Kane to win. I mean, I swear Tottenham win 1-0 every week. Then we got Southampton against West Ham United. I'm really liking Southampton this season. I think their team's a lot of fun to watch. West Ham picking up some momentum now. Bowen scoring goals, Scamacca scoring. 3-1 to West Ham United. Then we got Man United against Newcastle. Oh, I'm excited for this one. Big game, this one. Oh, can Newcastle win? I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. And I know Man United fans are going to call me biased, but Newcastle, I mean, they've just scored like 8 goals in 2 matches, haven't they? they held a draw at the Etihad. Newcastle could genuinely be in the top 6 this season. And I predicted them 6th at the start of the season. I said they'd finish above United. I remember doing that. So, 2-2 for me. And we have Leeds United against Arsenal. Leeds, are they falling off a bit, Leeds? They had a good start. Rodrigo was scoring them goals, but now they're just looking a bit stale. Arsenal 3-0 win with Granit Xhaka to score another goal. Aston Villa against Chelsea. Ooh. Come on, Stevie G, this is your revenge for Chelsea for that famous slip all these years, but no, I think Chelsea do get a narrow 2-1 victory here. Then we got the biggest game of the season, I mean, if this was last year. Liverpool at Anfield against Manchester City. I think if Haaland doesn't score a hat-trick, it's a good result for us. No, I'm going to go for a 4-4 draw here. Now, let me explain my thinking, right? So, usually, we step it up a bit against Manchester City, and I mean, we've already proved so far this season that we can do well against them when we beat them in the Community Shield, which is probably a curse. I mean, just look at the last 4 winners of the Community Shield: Leicester, Arsenal, and Arsenal. No, it was Man City, wasn't it? Yeah, Man City, Arsenal, Leicester, right? Man City failed to win the league. Arsenal finished 8th. We all saw what happened to Leicester last year. They got 8th in the end, but they were terrible. It's the curse, I tell you, the Community Shield curse is real. But I think a 4-4 draw, because both of these teams have shown good potential attacking, but defensively, Man City haven't been as good as last year. It's a good job that they've got an absolute robot as a centre forward who will outscore the goals they concede, but they conceded 3 to Man United. They conceded 3 to Newcastle, 2 to Crystal Palace. I mean, they have been letting in goals. They've just been scoring 10 times more themselves, which has been fine. But I think Liverpool will definitely concede in the first 5 minutes to Kevin De Bruyne, right? But then I think we'll pull it back 2-1 by half time. Alisson will make a poor mistake to make it 2-2. Mo Salah will get his obligatory goal against Manchester City. 3-2 up, and then Haaland will score 2, and then we'll get a penalty near the end. If I've got that spot on, please just ask me the lottery numbers. That's not happening, but that's my man prediction for Liverpool City. So, yeah. And I know you're going to call me like arrogant for not predicting us to lose, but this is the thing about when we face City. We always tend to up our game, and I think that Rangers result midweek will kick us on. But I am scared of Erling Haaland and what he's going to do. So yeah, I hope I've got all of these correct, and I'll see you lot next week.